Hello, one of the questions that several people have asked me is whether I have to cut all my hair off. I guess because some people are aware that there has been, and I think there probably still is, like a tradition where women would come into a convent, like, or join a religious community with long hair, and then at some point, maybe when they became a novice, or yeah, I don't know at what point, but at some point there'd be like a ceremony where they would have their hair cut off with a massive pair of scissors. And I've definitely seen that in kind of old films about nuns, and I think I have even seen it in YouTube videos of contemporary orders as well. So I guess that there are some orders that still do that. Um, I've only seen in the videos that I've seen it happen in. I think they've all been Roman Catholics. I don't know if it's a more Roman Catholic thing than an Anglican thing. Um, where I'm going, I don't think you have to cut all your hair off. But I suppose a lot of, I guess that whole symbolism comes from a time where it was normal for women to always have long hair, whereas we live in a different culture and now it's increasingly common for people entering a religious community to already have short hair. So kind of the symbolism's a bit lost now because it just doesn't have the same symbolism that it used to somehow. I mean, I've got short hair, but that's because I did have shoulder length hair, but I got it cut off and sent to be made into a wig for someone. So I'm kind of regrowing it at the moment. Um, I was chatting with my hairdresser about Christianity once, and she was asking about nuns because she knew that I went to stay with nuns quite a lot, and she wanted to know what nuns did with their hair. So I asked a sister who's in a community where they have veils. 'Cause I suppose whether or not you wear a veil has quite a lot of kind of, it affects what you do with your hair, because actually if you're wearing a veil it doesn't really matter what on earth your hair looks underneath. So this was a sister who was wearing a veil, and I asked her, like, my hairdresser wants to know what you do with your hair, and she said that most of them just cut their hair themselves because it really doesn't matter what it looks like when it's under a veil. And yeah, that's a lot cheaper than getting your hair cut. Because yeah, for me, I had long hair for a long time because it's just so expensive to get your hair cut, and so to me, actually, long hair is to me there's a link with long hair and saving money or poverty or simplicity. Um, there are other orders or communities that don't wear veils, and I've seen quite a few communities um, or orders, yeah, where you have sisters wearing a habit but not a veil, but and they've got quite short hairstyles, but their hair, it doesn't look like they've cut it themselves. I mean, they might have done, they might just be very good at it. I don't know how it works. Maybe someone offers to come around and cut their hair for them. Maybe the hairdresser comes in every few weeks and just does everyone's hair. I really don't know how nuns go about getting their hair cut. I just hack my hair myself, and I'm happy just to hack my hair myself, because as you can probably tell, just because it saves money, and obviously nuns are all for saving money, or like living in simplicity. But I don't know of any, no, I don't think that I've got to do anything like symbolically cut my hair any shorter or anything like that, and I think sisters are quite happy just to cut their own hair to keep it kind of tidy, if that makes sense, if needs be. But that's all I could think of to say about hair. Oh, also, um, I don't know if there's any rules where I'm going about having long hair. Um, I guess, like, there's so many things that I've yet to find out. But I've just noticed that I personally just find short hair easier to cope with, and because I have to wash my hair quite a lot, it's easier not to have long hair to dry. When I was staying um, as an alongsider, I was nervous to use a hairdryer, but because the idea is that you want to keep an atmosphere of like quiet or as much silence as possible in the convent, then that there are things in place like please don't talk in the bedroom corridors and things like that. So actually, although I did hear someone using a hairdryer, I'm sure you're allowed to use one, but it just made me, I just felt a bit awkward using one because I was like, oh, I'm disturbing the other people. So there's to me, like, to have long hair and then to have to dry long hair, which obviously takes longer than drying short hair, to me, I just feel uncomfortable having long hair in a convent setting, because I'd feel like I'm being disruptive to the sisters around me. Um, and also the other thing is just that the day is that full, in lots of respects, especially like in the mornings and evenings, that I don't know if you were a sister when you would find time to dry long hair, to be honest. So maybe that's another reason why there just naturally aren't sisters with long hair. I don't know, this is just me like guessing it and thinking about just what I've noticed myself. But anyway, that's all I could think of to say on the subject of hair.